Have you heard the saying that money makes the world go round? Well, then consequently, wouldn't it be true that actually numbers make the world go round? Since we get our identity of the value of money from numbers. What's up, everybody? I am Emmanuel Butler and I do study numbers or numerology. Now, you may be asking me, man, what the heck are you talking about? What is numerology? Well, numerology is simply the study of numbers. And one of the things that I want to do is I want to be able to break down how numbers can help guide our day. Why numbers? Well, numbers, we can do nothing without numbers, as I talked in the other video. We can do absolutely nothing without numbers. And without going into all this big spiel, you need numbers to express or identify what it is that you are talking about. When you say, pass me that, well, what is that? Is that a thing? Well, even you saying a thing means one, right? So we know that numbers gives us an identity of what we are trying to talk about. And if we are talking about a thing, that means A stands alone. It's by itself. Consequently, the number one would be a person who leads. He stands alone. Remember, I am God. Besides me, there is no other. So we understand that numbers is giving us understanding of what someone is talking about or what we can expect from a situation or from an outcome or whatever the situation is. This is why I use numbers to help me navigate through my day and help me to try to pull out the most success I can within a given day. One of the things that I want to do to set myself apart or to be unique is to be able to break down the energetic frequencies of the day, how to understand the day, how to know what's happening in a day and how we can navigate through our day using numbers. So, how do we do this? Well, in numerology, what we do is, of course, the numbers go from 0 to 9, or in this case, we read from 1 to 9, with exceptions being what is called master numbers, with the 11, the 22, and the 33. And so, as you know, that's all the numbers there are, just from 1 to 9, period. That is all the numbers on the number scale. The only thing that happens is numbers start compounding and it starts growing and getting ever more stretched, right? So now after 9, you go back to 1 and 0, 1 and 1, 1 and 2. And then you go to 2 and 1, or 2 and 0, 2 and 1, 2 and 2, right? So now that you know that all we have is only 9 numbers, this should make this math really, really easy. So what we're going to do to get the energy of the day is we are going to take the numbers of the month, which of course this is June the 10th, 2025. So we'll take the number of the month, which is a 6, right? In over here in the West. So 6, we'll bring that down. Then we have the number of the day, which is 10. We'll bring that down. And one of the things that I need to express with you is if it is a compound number, we're going to try to reduce that number till we get a single digit, meaning the number 10 would be 1 plus 0, which equals a 1. Okay. If it was the 15th, it would be 1 plus 5 equals 6. Okay, so now that we understand how to reduce this, let's go ahead and go further into our math. All right, so to get the energy of the day, let's go ahead and do our math. So we have June the 10th, 2025. So again, June is a 6 plus 10 or 1. Remember what I told you, plus the year, which is 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5, which is going to give us a 9. All right. Then we will add all those numbers together. So 6 plus 1 is 7. All right. 7 plus 9 is, that's right, 16. Now that we have a 16 for our day, remember that is a compound number. So what we have to do is say 1 plus 6 equals 7, which gives us the energy signature of the day to be a 7. You following me? So, and one of the things I want to say is happy birthday to anybody whose birthday is June the 10th, or anybody who has a birthday today. And one of the things that you need to know in moving this information a little bit further is not only is this the energy, the number 7, not only is this the energy that you experience for today, but you personally will also experience the number 7 energy all year long. Okay, this is called a personal year. You get to a personal year every birthday. That brings the new energy or the new thing for the year for you. Okay, it's no different than, like I said, a new year in the United States of America, or a new year in astrology. And I've talked about this in the other videos. So, but I want to move on. But happy birthday to you. And please know that, yes, this is the energy, the number 7 for the day. And also the number 7 energy will follow you for this whole year. And it's simply saying this, you have to learn the lesson of this energy signature. All right. So now we're getting ready to go into the do's and the don'ts for the day. All right. So what can we expect from the number 7? What are some things that we look for? Well, if you understood, if you remember the story in Genesis, when God created the heavens and the earth on all 6 days, but then the 7th day, what did he do? He rested. Okay, so the number 7 is talking about being still. The number 7 is talking about kind of a loner. It's a spiritual number. It's a meditator. Okay, consequently, so positive things or things to do is to focus on your intuition. This is an intuitive number. The number 7 is very refined. So it's all about analytics, data, statistics, study. All right. Remember, study to show thyself approved, or workmen don't need to be ashamed. Right. So this is a secret. It holds a lot of secrets. The number 7 is intuitive. It sees a lot, but it doesn't really talk a lot. All right. So it's philosophical. So once again, it's probing. It's always asking why. So today, to get the best out of today, you want to study. What is it that you've been putting on the back burner that you want to know of? Or it's time to be intuitive. It's time to look at your data. It's time to look at your bills. It's time to look at anything that you want to do a deep dive in, so you can gain that knowledge. Get your Bible out. Get the Quran out. Get all kind of stuff out and study. Also, if people are talking to you, telling you things, don't go out blabbing it and gossiping like the number 3 would do. See, the number 3 would like to go and tell the story all over the place. The number 5, remember, we get news, NEWS, which N, E, and W all equal 5. So that means it's change and it's spreading around the world. Gossip or news or talking. No, you don't want to do that. You want to be secretive today. If somebody's telling you something, hold it to yourself. Don't tell nobody. All right. Or even just about your plans or anything like that. Just keep things to yourself today. It's focus on going within today, and focus on your spirituality or God, or just go back and reflect today. Going back to studying, if you have music to study, if you have exams to study, if you have whatever you need to study, you need to study something for church, you need to study something for your job, you need for that speech that you're going to do, whatever. Today is the day to study it so you can retain it. All right. Also, you really don't want to worry about a lot of material gains today. While yes, let's be practical. Your day is your day. Everybody's day is different, but in general, the seven is not looking for a lot of material gain. It's not even focused on material. It's focused on more spiritual. It's focused on more of the intellect and thinking and things of that nature. So if you start worrying so much about materialistic gains and things like that, it may not end in your favor. Don't put so much emphasis on, oh, I got to go get the bag, I got to go get the money, or all this material gain, wealth, and all that other stuff. If it's not a book, or if it's not a software or things of that nature, don't really get involved with it. So now that we talked about some positive traits or some things that you want to do today, so what are some things that you need to stay away from today because it's a seven energy? And one of those things are like being sarcastic. The seven is known for being sarcastic. If somebody says something to them and, claps back with something sassy or sarcastic to talk about, try to stay away from that if you can help it. The seven has, on the negative side, can have no depth. Remember, I told you need to be probing. You need to be acting on why. You need to go down that rabbit hole today. So if you just kind of on the surface today, it probably won't work. You need to go deeper in. You need to really study. You need to really see what's happening with the information that you're trying to get into. Watch being critical. The seven on the negative end could really judge, because remember, the seven is looking at analytics, is really getting real detailed into things. So it's judging things. It's being, saying, oh, I don't like when she wore that. That was, stay away from being too critical. All right. Maybe a little critical, because we are studying, right? We are looking at the details. Again, on the positive side, the seven is like a perfectionist. Okay. It's really, it's fine tuned. So when we're balancing the scale, yeah, you may want to be a little critical, because let's say you're doing you playing basketball and you shooting, you're working on your jumper, right? You're studying your jumper, right? And you can be a little critical, say, dog, man, I need to really get my angles right or whatever. But when you get too critical, you start bringing yourself down. You say, man, I ain't gonna never accomplish this. I ain't gonna never do that. You're too critical of yourself or your teammate. Man, he always do this. Don't be too critical. You still want to kind of uplift him. Hey, because it's about details and analytics, you may want to go and, because the seven is a teacher too, and go and help him with his form. Go and help him with his vision, or him seeing a better angle, or him having a better form or better structure. Those are the things that you want to work on. You don't want to discourage people, of course. Like I said, the seven is going to dig deep. So it's all about the details. It's all about the analytics. Also, one thing on the negative end is, because the seven is more so of a laid back number, it's more of a not necessarily quiet. You can be around people, but it really likes to be alone, like I said, to get that study in, or to, like I said, on the 7-day God rested, he was alone, he was away, it was quiet, it's meditative, and all those other things. While yes, you can work out and you can be athletic and all that, but you really want to balance the scale, because sevens on the negative end can be prone to a lot of accidents, just like the number 9. But 7 can have a lot of accidents. So you want to watch, get into a lot of accidents. Like if you're working out, 7 could be a little clumsy at times. You don't want to trip and break your leg and stupid stuff like that. Not to scare you or anything, because I don't believe in being scared. I actually work out on 7 days as well. But you do want to kind of be detailed, watch, feel how your legs are planting on the ground and all these other things. What would happen, what would be, you already know that. God have not given us a spirit of fear, but of love, power, and of a sound mind. So use that sound mind to really take your time and do things right so you would avoid injuries and things of that nature. But other than that, so I hope you got some good nuggets out of that. So remember, today is a 7-day, and yeah. So I hope in all that get understanding, and until we meet again, I appreciate you watching. Peace.